More applications of percents will be the focus of the final lesson of Chapter 8, and actually this entire lesson focuses on simple interest. So interest is an amount of money charged for borrowing money. Simple interest is just simply one type of fee paid for the use of money. Principal is not Mrs. Spencer. It's the amount of money borrowed or invested. It's a starting amount of money. And rate of interest is the percent that'll be charged or earned. We're going to have two formulas for this section. I equals PRT, where I stands for the interest, P is the principal, R is the rate of interest in its decimal form, and T is a length of time in years. And then we have capital T equals PI, which is the total amount in an account, or the total amount repaid, is equal to the principal plus the interest. So, someone borrowed $13,500 from a bank at an annual simple interest rate of 6% to buy a car. How much interest will be paid if the loan is paid off in 4 years? And what is the total amount? Okay, so two questions here. How much interest? So interest is capital I. To calculate interest, we do the principal, which is the amount borrowed, the $13,500, times the interest rate in its decimal form, so 6% is going to be 0.06, times the length of time, 4 years. That is in years, so that can stay as a 4. To calculate the interest, you just literally take these three numbers, 13500 times 0.06 times 4. That is an even $3,240. What is the total amount they repay? Total is the principal, so what they borrowed, that $13,500, plus the interest that we just figured out. So we just add those two numbers, and we find out that in total they will have repaid $16,740. Tony invested $3,000 in a mutual fund at a rate of 5%. He earned $525 in interest. How long was the money invested? So here we don't know time. I know interest. Interest is $525. I know the principal. The amount invested was $3,000. I know the rate is 0.05. What we don't know is the time, t. That's okay. We need to take the 3,000 times 0.05 that we see on the right side of this equation. So 525 is going to be left alone. When I multiply those two numbers, I get 150. So when simplified, I now have 150t. We will divide both sides by 150. And we will get 3.5 years for the length of time. Rebecca's grandmother deposited $2,000 into a savings account as a college fund. How much will Rebecca have in the account after 3 years at a simple interest rate of 2.5%? We're asked to get a total. Well, total is principal plus interest. The problem is right now, of course, I don't know what the interest is. So we have to figure it out. Interest is the principal, my $2,000, times the interest rate, so 0.025, decimal form, guys, times the length of time it's invested, which is 3 years. 2,000 times 0.025 times 3 is $150 of interest. So to figure out the total, we just need to add 150 to our principal. So how much is money's in the account? $2,150. And last, and let me do this real fast. That should keep it from jumping around on me. Suzanne borrowed $5,000 for 5 years at simple interest to pay for her college classes. If she repaid a total of $61,8750, at what interest rate did she borrow the money? So we're searching for rate. So let me remind you, we have I equals PRT. 5,000 is the principal, so we know that. And 5 years is T, time, we know that. But that $61,8750 is total, not interest. So we have to use our total equals principal plus interest formula as well. The total amount she repaid was $6,187.50. We know she borrowed $5,000. What we don't know is what the interest was. Well, this is a one-step equation. If we subtract 5,000 from each side, we can figure out the interest. The interest is $1,187.50. Once we figure that out, down here, now we know our interest and we can plug into the formula. So $1,187.50 equals 5,000 times R times 5. Anytime we're searching for rate or time or possibly even principal, we need to take the two numbers we have on the right side, the 5,000 and the 5 in this case, and multiply them together. So that's 25,000 R. To figure out what R is, we just have to divide both of these sides by 25,000. So 1187.50 divided by 25,000 is 0.0475. That's the rate as a decimal. We do want to give it as a percentage for the answer. So that is the same thing as 4.75%.